here we have Toby Jones from Queensland, who is our standard Vanguard champion at BCS Melbourne. Congratulations, Toby.
Thank you so much.
So, what deck did you decide to play?
I came in with Murakumo, which is arguably the best deck in the format.
Yeah. Alright. Let's have a look.
Yep. So this is the Murakumo deck, and probably one thing that you'll probably not have seen comparative to a lot of this is this card, because of certain reasons, but we'll get into that as we go through the deck.
So, start off.
Yeah, so obviously the MVP, the main guy in the deck for Zanbaku. What can I say? He's amazing. The fact that he superior calls and has the ability to be able to have a combo to lock down your opponent's Vanguard for a turn, I mean, it's busted, like, honestly. And the amount of mind games that this deck has from actually not having it as your Vanguard first and people being so terrified of what the deck can do can really even hold you out of bad situations when you actually don't have anything. So it's a very big bluff game, although it's very devastating if they bait it. 3 Masashi, honestly, one of the best rear guards in the whole of Standard, really. The fact that you have to drop 2 cards every single time for a 17k swing, I mean, it's amazing. And on an Axel Circle, devastating. So even on times where I've had him as a Vanguard, late game, it's still really great because they have to drop 2 cards to guard. Even if they want to drop a heal trigger for 2 to pass, it's still not, they have to drop more. It's insane, it's so good. So this is a card that varies in some people's choices. I play 3 Mandala Lord, some people only play 2. My reasoning for playing 3 is I'm very unfortunate with being able to damage check or draw them. And I have the mindset of, after doing a Zanbaku lock, I really like being able to use him as well to actually get late game resources if I need to copy himself and something else or anything on the field. I just like having more copies for more consistency if I need to write it first. Yeah. So on to grade 2s, we have 4 Fushimi. Fushimi is a really great card because it's just constantly a 14k beater when you have field presence. And in things like the mirror matchup or things that need really dependent back row for whatever reason, it's great to have the skill to be able to attack the back row. So games against the mirror where they want to be able to have a Mandala ride, call something in the back so they can clone it. I ride this and literally swing at the rear guard to help mitigate resources and being able to help stop them from having a really better turn. Yeah, just a really great unit just to have, yeah. And we have left Arrester, one of the main pieces of the combo. So yeah, what can I say? One of the main pieces, really good. I really like the fact that it goes to a 14k attack with a Soul Blast. The fact that it can go to a 24 in an actual circle helps numbers really well, so I can just really appreciate that. Yep, so I'll go over to the actual main piece. So this is Right Arrester. So this is the main skill that really matters with combo with Zanbaku. So on play, when you have another Arrester, counterblast 2, put a card from hand into soul, your opponent cannot stand during that turn. I've had times, not in this tournament in the past, but I didn't realize the fact that it didn't need any specific other card to actually, you didn't actually need left Arrester to actually use its skill. I had right Arrester on field, and I had another in hand, and I knew my opponent didn't have a grade 3 in hand, so instead of using 3 counterblast for a ride lock, I used 2 counterblast to be able to just stun them, and that worked out better in the resource game. So it's really handy to know that the fact that you can be able to do different things rather than just doing the straight Zanbaku thing to superior call those. Yeah, so we're going to the grade 1, so we can start over with Million Rat. So 8k body, counterblast 1 if it's the only Million Rat on board. You can search your deck for 1 and get neg 4. It helps proc some of your grade 1 skills. It helps fill some Axel circles in the matchups where people play the control game. So just a nice unit. I don't usually need to use it too well, depending on how I want to resource myself, because I usually want to be able to open as much counterblast as I can for people to be wary, slash the fact that they either get baited or the fact that I need resources for something better, then it's always open for that. But it's really niche and handy in some certain situations. Yep, so we can go over to Amatsu Snipe. So 7k body, but the fact that he can go to a 12k attacker really helps in some of the Axel protect matchups from the superior calling that the deck does. So 12k poke or 22k on an Axel circle, just really nice to help make numbers, and a really handy booster at some certain times as well. Yeah, just really great. So here's a card a lot of people probably haven't seen. So we have Leaf Raccoon. So what it does, it's a Vanguard Rearguard skill of when it's placed, you can choose any unit on the field, even Vanguard, and it gets plus 3k. So this is handy for a couple of reasons. So before this, my list consisted of playing Shijimaru, and Shijimaru didn't really do a whole lot. It was just one of the cards that we run that could situationally have a skill, but the problem with that, it was situational, and I don't really want to call a booster a whole lot anyway. What's great about this is, in games when I had to ride Shijimaru, I had to want to pass it. This automatically on ride, it's really anything, even if it's like for some reason you're grade stuck, even hits a grade 2 with like a 4 stack as well, so hits grade 1s and grade 2s. Yeah, it's just really handy and great, and it helps fix numbers as well. So so putting 3k onto say like a Fushimi, making 14 to a 17, goes from an intercept to a guard from hand or a double intercept, so just really handy for that. And even just putting extra power on any other specific unit to get more power to hit the force numbers. So some of your 17s, 22s aren't really perfect against force, but having an extra 3k boundary to have niche for specific units is really handy for you to be able to drop down cards to guard. So I really like him for that fact.
And triggers.
Yep, triggers. So the triggers I played 6 crit, 6 draw, 4 heal. So a lot of players play a combination of fronts as well, or complete fronts. I chose 6 crit in this situation because I believed in the fact that a lot of smart players will play the control game, which is really what you have to do with this deck. And the fact that fronts in a lot of certain situations are a lot more situational than crits are, made me just want to play crits over that fact. Because if they want to keep attacking your rear guards, fronts are useless, and the drive checks that you have, you want to be able to get crits, forcing them to want to be able to attack your Vanguard to actually push the game. Otherwise, they're going to lose from out of that advantage because you just keep critting them. 6 draws because you need the extra draws over here besides the perfect guards to be able to actually draw pieces. This is a piece build deck, so more draws is necessary to actually help with that mitigation. And draws are also helpful for defensively in a mirror match and Axel matchup as well. So I really like running 6 draws with this. And yep, 4 heals. Honestly, heals are the MVP. Of course, always heals.
Can't not play 4 heals, right?
Can't play heals, especially in the fact where you use, if you go to 3 damage, use it all for a combo, somehow heal down to 2. Oh, if you go to 5, you can do another combo. Look at that, so busted.
Yep.
And obviously the starter, everyone has one.
MVP.
Yeah. MVP, always draws me a card. Love it.
100% in every Murakumo deck.
I know, it works so well. Yeah.
Alright, so what made you decide to take Murakumo this weekend?
Honestly, because I thought it was like the best deck that I had. The other choice would have been Royals, but I know like into this it dies. So I know that from first-hand experience. So yeah, this is just the obvious choice for that mitigation.
How much preparation did you go into this event?
Honestly, play testing, not a whole lot, but I theory crafted and sort of planned and played everything out in my mind, and everything that I kind of knew about all the decks already with my knowledge base was good enough for me to know how to play into things and what people's mindsets would be to do. So I played a few different matchups and I knew some of the others. So the main matchups I didn't really know were some of the rogue choices, like people would normally play, like Aqua Force, Pale Moon, but that would just normally just come from experience as it goes. But everything in the main sort of bracket, like the top tier stuff, I sort of had the understanding of how to play around and go against. So, for example, like for this deck, people would say Shadows is the hardest matchup, and honestly that's true. But I've had enough knowledge base and understanding to actually be able to control the game state to get out of bad situations. Like there was one game where I had to G-assist to one and got crit in the first drive check to put me in a bad disadvantage. And I spent literally 6 turns attacking rear guards to get to a point where I could heal down and be able to gain advantage for them to be able to pressure me back because I run 6 crit and I get crit pressure. So it's just really, really great to be able to know exactly how to play into the bad matchups as well.
Alright, so for Worlds, the answer of truth is legal. What do you think Worlds is going to be like with the new set?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. In my honest opinion, answer of truth doesn't play a huge impact into a lot of things. Genesis is nice, but there's not a whole lot of push advantage rather than the Vanguard stuff. Gears, I love Gears. I honestly wish I could play Gears all the time, but honestly, even when it comes out, unfortunately, it's not going to be a choice to pick. And Great Nature is a gacha deck, so I'm not really confident with that either. Yeah, that's a glass cannon as well. So honestly, for Worlds, the picks I would really go for is Angel Feather and Neo Nectar because they're so consistent, they top really well, and the resource management that they both have is just so amazing. So that would be my honest pick.
Alright, lastly, any shoutouts?
Yeah, so I'll start with shout out Regan from my hometown of Toowoomba as well for actually getting me these promos because yeah, they help with so much of the games. I'd like to thank Oz Animat as well, who actually ran the event down here in Melbourne. Yeah, this did a great job being able to manage everything. Everything went streamlined smoothly and then just handled the event really well this time around this year. Thank you for Jake as well, the second place guy over there who's just sort of rolling around. He's the one who actually taught me Vanguard, and I'd just like to know that, yeah, that I actually am able to beat him, so that's really great. And it's always happened, so don't worry about that. So if you like that again at Worlds, yeah.
Alright, thank you Jake, and good luck at Worlds.
Yeah, thanks Jake, but I'm Toby.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Jake taught you, so.
Oh, so I'm honestly Jake now then, right, yeah, but he didn't come first, so that's what you have to remember.
Alright,
Alright, great.
cool.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks.